99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. It's the John and Joe Sports Show. You probably already knew that because we were probably back several times on WSR.
Yes.
Intermittently.
But now we're here.
Now you could actually see us, and we could actually talk intelligently instead of just talking into a microphone to check the sound.
That's true.
Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. If you want to give us a text message to tell us if we were on or not, for starters. Secondly, to tell us something to talk about sports, the number is 570-212-WUSR. That's 570-212-9877. You got it, Joe?
I got it.
Gonna text us?
All right. I'll text, yeah.
You're lying.
I'm going to lie. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I am lying. Yes.
All right. So we already talked about the NBA. To sum that up, the Heat have lost games. The Lakers have not. That's basically it.
Yes, the defending champions are 8-0.
Really?
Back-to-back champions, actually.
Duke?
No.
Oh, wrong sport.
The Lakers
Oh, yeah, they are.
of Los Angeles.
Los Angeles Lakers undefeated.
Yes.
Well, you know what I loved about it was they weren't even anywhere near a headline because the Heat lost.
Of course.
They were the headline. And the Lakers winning. Garbage.
Well,
Not like I care.
Don't worry about it. It's best when your team is not in the spotlight. Then it just gets more annoying as the season goes on because they're expecting so much of you, and then you start expecting so much of, and it just when they lose, it just not that the Lakers will lose, you know.
Well, yeah, 82-0. It's or 81-0.
Exactly.
It's been done.
So I'm just kind of sitting back and enjoying the season right now. Let the Heat be in the spotlight. I see where I'm at. Don't worry.
Let me get out of your view here.
No.
All
right.
I don't want to be in your.
Right.
There we are. I don't want to be in your.
Now I am in the spotlight. Here we go. And so I'm just happy that everything is on the Heat right now, and not the defending back-to-back champion Los Angeles Lakers. It makes the season more enjoyable. So just let it stay with the Heat. That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Me too.
There you go.
Okay, so switching gears. That's how you do it.
That's how you do, yeah.
For the sign language majors out there.
I'm Italian, and I kind of do this all the time. Talk with my hands.
My mother does that.
You know, the one time I went to...
Shout out to my mother who's not listening.
Yep. So the one time I went to the Olive Garden, and I said, are you still doing the soup, salad, and breadsticks? And I was like spinning my fingers like this. And she's like, yeah, we're still doing the soup, salad, and breadsticks. She completely made fun of me.
This wasn't when I was there,
No,
right?
it wasn't.
I was probably laughing hysterically.
No, it was with Tujin, and he laughed hysterically. He was dying. I'm just standing there. I'm just like, yeah, that was funny. That was really funny. So, yeah.
Witty at Olive Garden. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Okay, baseball. Season's over. Cliff Lee still hasn't signed with the Yankees, though apparently they went to see him in Arkansas, if that's how you say it. Arkansas? That's how it's spelled.
It's Arkansas.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I know it's
Come
Arkansas,
on.
okay?
Yeah.
it was a joke. Sorry, everyone.
They know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they
Sometimes
don't
I
know. She doesn't know.
That's okay.
All right.
We're good.
We're going to go. The Gold Gloves were named. They come before the MVP. They really don't mean anything,
Not really.
but we'll go over them because that's what we do.
It sounds like an awesome award, though.
It is.
The Gold
Glove. Did you ever see the trophies?
Yes.
Awesome. It's
Yes.
a gold glove.
I know.
Ironically enough, they don't give you like a plaque. They actually give you a gold glove.
Right. It's awesome.
It's about yay big. You would hold it like this the whole time. Okay. All right. We'll go over the NL. Yadier Molina wanted for catcher. Shock. Appalling.
Woo! He wins like every year.
I wish they had how many times he's won. They probably do. I just can't see it. His third straight.
Third straight. There you go.
All right.
He's a really good defensive catcher.
Albert Pujols wins for first base.
You never, he's won it before too.
Yeah,
you never would expect that
his
from him.
first since 2008. So it's been a 1-year layoff.
Yeah.
Thank God he's back.
He's an excellent all-around player.
He is.
What else can you say?
And I don't know. I don't know his nationality.
He's from the Dominican
There you
Republic.
go. I was gonna say Puerto Rico, but that's
Close.
It's They're there.
They have like a similar flag.
Shout
don't
out
they?
to Susan Polson for having us memorize that. Okay, Brandon Phillips. He won for the Reds for second base. Troy Tulowitzki, Rockies, shortstop.
Awesome.
Scott Rowland, the Reds, third base.
He's been an excellent defensive third baseman for years. So.
Except in the one game where he had that error.
Yeah.
And in the one game where Brandon Phillips had 2?
Probably.
Where they blew that 4-0 lead?
Yes, right.
Yeah, he had 2. Carlos Gonzalez, Rockies. Michael Bourne for the Astros and Shane Victorino for the Phillies. Win for the outfielders. Bronson Arroyo, the clear winner for the
Clearly.
Reds pitching.
What happens to a
Gold
pitcher
gloves.
if they don't have the ball hit to them?
That's the difficulty of it, to win. But good for them.
Good for them.
Wow, where are we here? Okay, we're going to tell you about the AL now.
Why not?
The Yankees won the infield.
The Yankees?
The Yankees got the infield. No, actually, I don't know where this is, but I know them because I have a good memory. Teixeira, Cano, and Jeter, first base, second base, shortstop. Third base, Evan Longoria.
See, you over-exaggerated. They only had 3/4 of the infield.
See, a lot of people are in an uproar because Derek Jeter won the shortstop. And as you know, every fan and writer and analyst thinks that Derek Jeter is a terrible shortstop because he's lost a step or two. So he can't make the plays that he used to make.
Doesn't make sense.
I think that's a fallacy. It's fallacious.
Fallacious, yes.
I don't know which fallacy it would be.
Which fallacy.
Maybe just being stupid? Is that one? Is that a fallacy?
that
Let's
could
get
be.
Strain. He must be here somewhere.
Rest pops out from behind this curtain. Hey, Professor! But that's okay.
Yes, that's the fallacy of ignorance. Okay, Derek Jeter is not who he used to be. I understand that. Fantastic. However, he still as a Yankee fan watching every game, he still makes the really, really good plays. And he's still knowledgeable about what he's going to do. He only had 6 errors. Granted, Teixeira helps that a lot because he can catch about anything.
Yes.
But I don't see why everyone is in an uproar. They're like, he's not the best shortstop. On paper, I think he was this year, and that's who I think it should go to. Just because he's lost a step or two, like, well, that doesn't include all the balls he didn't get because he just didn't get there because he's slow. They talk like this. Every reporter, it's weird. So when I become a reporter, I'm going to have to talk like this all the time and wear like polos with pop collars and sideways hats. Give people the head nod, not the down one, the up one. For all those people listening, the up head nod. You know what I'm talking about. There's 2 head nods when you meet someone, down and up. Down is like businessman, up is hood.
Now that we've covered that.
Yeah, just for everyone to
Yes.
know. Great,
Yes.
wonderful. No comment? Okay, good. Ichiro, 10th straight Gold Glove, Hall of Fame.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
Just because of the Gold Gloves. He's done nothing else, obviously, in his career, but he's got Gold Gloves. I don't remember who won the outfield yet, because we have to watch it on a video, because I don't.
I saw Carl Crawford.
Carl Crawford, he's one of them, yes. Try not. Just take a second here.
Cough randomly throughout the show.
Come back to the Emerald Isle.
I've been sick. So,
Mark Burley, pitcher. He won.
That makes sense. He made that one play
Who's
in the first
center
game of
fielder?
the season.
Who?
I think Ichiro won both of them.
That's him. The killer.
he,
No, Gutierrez. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, he must have won center field, clearly. Catcher, I don't know, probably Joe Mauer.
Probably Mauer, yeah. I think I saw him in the beginning.
Good.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, yeah. Gold Glove. Everyone goes nuts about it because really to be able to put players into perspective of.
Sorry, goes.
You all right?
Seismic. Yeah. I won't cough again. Don't worry.
To put into perspective how good you are defensively, usually people measure it based on Gold Gloves. How many Gold Gloves you got? 10. But like, how do you measure a Gold Glove?
I don't know.
Is there a form to fill out? Gold Glove form? Up, he threw it away. Strike.
I guess, you know, it comes
there
down
has to be a method to the madness.
It comes down to errors. It comes down to
looks.
Probably
appeal.
Just like plays throughout the year. Just like, I don't know. It's very. It seems very like subjective. Is that the word I'm looking for? I think it's just like, you know, it's too much. It's a judgment. It's kind of a judgment call. It's not as much set in stone as some other awards would be, like the MVP. That's more so set in stone than the Gold Glove. I don't know. It's pretty tough to tell. And you see these people just winning it like year after year.
A lot of people think that they gave Jeter the Gold Glove because he didn't do anything this year. He had a bad year offensively. They didn't win the World Series. They didn't do anything, so they just gave it to him out of pity. What does that mean?
I don't know. I can't really say. I mean, like I don't watch the games being like, wow, that guy. I think he deserves a Gold Glove. So like maybe if I paid more attention, you know. Some guys are clear-cut Gold Glove. Like you see them throughout the year. And they're making these incredible plays.
Cano definitely should have won it this year, as Teixeira should win every year, just because he's unbelievable.
And I really think Yadier Molina should win it every year, so I think that's correct. He's just clearly the best defensive catcher in the league. He just does things that people don't do as catchers. He picks people off all the time, and like you don't want to run on him. He's so accurate. He's so quick to get up. I mean, those are clear. You know, but I mean,
I actually run on Yadier every time I get to first base.
Do you? You make it, right?
I've never gotten to first base, but
okay.
I would run on him every time.
Well, you've got the long strides.
Yeah. I actually, ironically enough, when I used to play baseball, like I used to steal a lot because I would, not because I'm quick at all in any means, just because I would read the pitcher and catcher and know when to go.
Right.
It was so easy.
I got you.
All right. Baseball, that's it. All right, we'll move to college football real quick because no one really cares about it right now at this point.
Okay.
Except for Penn State.
People care about college football. You can't say people don't care about college football.
All right, people care. People don't really care as much until December, but people still care. Not everyone cares until December. How's that? We'll put it like that. For those that live around the area, we have a new Jerry McNamara on our hands by the name of
Matt McGloin.
Matt McGloin from West Side. I don't know how to.
Right, it's right here. This is it. It doesn't look good on the TV right now, but this is the sign.
My fingers don't. I can't do that.
This is it.
They literally don't. My pinky won't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so off. This heat from the lights, it's just making it. But yes,
that's poor. Okay, you get the idea. For those of you that aren't watching us on TV, we're trying to do the West W. So at home, do it for us.
That's where I'm from. I didn't go to that high school, but that's where I'm from. So that's how I know how to do it.
Yeah, yo.
Right.
Isn't that how they speak?
That's how I used to talk until I got out of there.
Became intelligent.
Right.
So, Penn State. He's now the quarterback. He's actually starting next week against Ohio State.
He should, which is incredible.
He's a walk-on freshman who now plays football for Penn State. He starts. So Joe Paterno last week going for his 400th win against Northwestern, who actually has a defense, unlike Minnesota and Michigan, no offense.
None taken.
Their defense is not very well off. So 21-0 going into the half. I come home from work. I see that. I take a nap. 21-0. They won. 35-21. Penn State. They just kept scoring. Matt McGloin throwing 60-yard touchdown passes to people. What's happening?
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. It's not like he just
Like
handed
these
the ball
bombs.
off.
Not even like these pathetic screen passes where you could easily rack up 80 yards passing by throwing it 2 feet, Brett Favre. So, good for Joe Paterno. First D1 coach to ever win 400 wins as a football coach. Basically because people usually find something else to do when they get to that point. They usually move schools because of like allegations. Steve Spurrier. Pete Carroll.
Or they just go to the NFL where their career dies. But let me just say this. Sorry.
I thought you were going to spit someone else there.
No, yeah, I didn't have
That's fine.
anything.
Don't worry about it.
But Nick Saban. Well, actually, it's kind of rebuilt now. So, but it works. It works. Okay.
Or the opposite, Charlie Wise.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just say this. This is incredible. Okay, like this is a kid from this area, obviously, as we've said. So I didn't really have to repeat it, but.
Well, it's nice. Reiterate it. It's
yes,
incredible enough.
He's from West Side. All right?
Like down the street from where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
A couple turns, but you know.
I played on a basketball team with him. And this guy.
Is he going to know your name if you ever meet him?
Yes.
Again? Really?
He will know. We knew each other. We talked and stuff. Like full conversations.
And
yeah.
Did you ever meet G-Mac?
Yeah.
This guy, he met the two of them.
I would say the first thing that G-Mac ever said to me.
It's great.
But
There's a curse word in it, though.
I can't.
Why don't you just edit that out?
Cut the crap. You insert crap. All right.
Poop?
Yeah. It was a basketball camp. But anyway, sorry. Matt McGloin comes on, doesn't look like he's going to get a chance. You know, going into this year, it's like, okay, maybe he has a shot.
Because Dallas
Clark is gone. Darryl, yes.
Dallas.
So he's gone. Okay, maybe he has a shot. And, you know, the papers here are like, you know.
Donnie Collins.
Yeah, they're like bumping it up like he's actually going to have a shot, and he ends up being the third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, crap.
Because Paterno doesn't like anyone who's not. If you're the
Right.
eldest member of the team, you're playing regardless.
He's like the first, isn't he the first?
Yes.
He's the first walk-on quarterback to either play or start.
Yes, start.
For Penn State. So, I mean, that's incredible. And now it's just like, you'd think that like he'd come in and they'd start playing worse as a third-string quarterback. He comes in and this team plays better.
Much better.
They
on both
win.
sides of the ball. It's unbelievable.
They've won 3 games now because of him. 3?
Yeah.
3 games because of him. Like, and then they bring the starting quarterback back, and they don't play well.
No.
So they take him out, and they play better.
It's
incredible.
amazing to watch. Like,
yes.
I would never expect this to happen because, you know, I was with you, like all this hype. Oh, yeah, he's on the team. Great. This has happened before. People from this area get on teams and you never hear about them again unless you're Chris Snee from the Giants, who you don't really hear about at all anyway because he's an offensive lineman and no one cares about them at all in the NFL.
Yeah, it's true.
But, you know, he gets an opportunity. They win. Okay. He gets another opportunity. Now he's actually starting, and they won that game basically because he didn't start, but he comes in, and they go on this run, and they score 35 unanswered points against Northwestern.
Yeah, not just any game either. It was Joe Paterno's 400th win.
Yeah.
Like, and he's starting next week against Ohio State.
Who? The quarterback for Ohio State, Terrell Pryor. We almost saw him live.
We
this
almost,
close,
yeah, we were
but
close
he's
to playing
local kind of too.
He is. Yeah, he's from.
Yeah, he's from
Jeanette.
Yeah, Jeanette.
So like he's from.
He played Dunmore High School, which is down the street, couple turns here and there, 6 minutes away.
Right by Holy Cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. You may have passed it today. Sorry. Shout out to the floor manager, Nina Giordano.
Yeah. So that's interesting as well because he kind of has a local connection too, and they're both playing each other. I think that's really awesome.
I know.
But they rally around this kid, and it's impressive to see, and it'll be impressive to see what they do next week. Granted, I don't think Penn State's defense is good enough to stop Terrell Pryor.
Right. Right.
Ohio State is an amazing team, but I think they'll give him a good run.
I would hope so. It'd be awesome if he beat Ohio State.
I mean, it's a shame it's at Ohio State, too.
Yeah.
That kind of hurts.
Mm-hmm. So.
But, yeah, good for him. Good for Joe Paterno with his 400 wins. You just have to assume the clock is ticking on when he will call it quits.
That's true, yeah.
Because his post-game interviews are just getting to be like, he just holds out a recorder and presses record. Just.
I don't think his mouth moves. Just like.
It all comes out in like a loud groan. How you playing? I think we're playing better. We're just playing better.
Yeah. I'm proud of my boys. Yeah, about that. Something like.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
He's a good guy.
Joe just walked through the studio.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Hopefully he'll just know when to just don't pull a breath far. All right, top of the hour. That means it's time for a PSA break. And we didn't even have anyone have to tell us with a napkin that it was time for his PSA break. So we'll go to a quick break. If you want to text us any of your opinions or anything we should talk about, anything at all, the number is on your screen. And for those of you listening, the number is 570-212-9877. That's 212-WUSR. Feel free to text us anything on your mind about anything we've said or will say. If not, we'll be right back. You're listening to 99.5 WUSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. We're the John and Joe Sports Show. We'll be right back.
Oh, 先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。唔該晒。Brandon。
Hey guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
You believe this guy? Are you trying to start a wildfire? Sorry. Pastor Honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
What's up? This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo. Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
Television Network. It's the John and Joe Sports Show. We got to be on our toes tonight.
Yes, we do.
Don't worry, though. We're professionals. You can come in.
Yeah,
come into the shot.
No, you can walk. Come on.
Come right in.
Come on into the
Say
shot.
hi. Look at this.
No,
We're getting
seriously,
water.
Come into the shot.
Just go ahead.
Come into the shot.
See, look
Here's
at that.
Nina. We have Nina
Look
here.
at that. And we've got water now.
She brought us water.
That's all we have to look forward to.
Maybe I'll stop coughing now.
Why is your face all red? What's the problem? You're on Royal News all the time. Okay. What were we talking about? College football. Big story, Cam Newton, quarterback from Mississippi State. No one really knew his name a couple years ago. He was the backup for Tim Tebow, and then he transferred to some crap school. Played really well there, and then got to transfer again to Auburn because there's that whole you can't transfer schools to play because that's cheating the system and you're being a jerk.
Right.
So instead of being a jerk, I forget where he went, like some double Division II school. But they won the championship. If that's any consolation, because he's good. But anyway, rumor is that himself and his father got in contact with schools and would only go to them if they paid.
That's not good.
For those of you that don't know, if you have any involvement in NCAA activities, you can't take a dime from anyone that isn't your employer. If they give you like a Tootsie Roll after the interview, throw it in the garbage because they'll find you. We gonna find you.
That's true.
We gonna find you.
That's why I can't play anymore.
Yeah, that's what happened to both of us.
Yeah.
Joe Paterno took us out to Taco Bell.
That was it.
Thought it was great. He paid.
We
We're
got
done.
a grande meal.
We got the grande meal. We're like, we're gonna go all out. Bad decision.
Bad decision. So now we're here.
And now the Yankees are on the commercial for Taco Bell.
Yeah, right.
So we transferred schools. We went to Duke. Coach K takes us out to some North Carolinian steakhouse place. I'll pay. Why, Coach K? Why? Now I can only buy your shirt and wear it.
Instead of actually wearing a jersey.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I know. So we had our chance. Now we're here at the University of Scranton. They pay us in water. So clearly we have it. We're fine. That's all we need.
We take all we get.
Yeah.
All we can get.
It's better than nothing is really what it is.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of controversy based on this. What's going to happen? Oh, God, the Heisman Trophy race. He's one of the front runners. Oh, my. Do you care?
No.
Me either.
Honestly, why do people care so much about this? Yeah, it's kind of, like, wrong. Yeah, I just made myself sound like an idiot. It's wrong, I don't care. But, seriously, it doesn't change, like... So you're killing my point here. You're killing my point. Everyone's gonna be looking at the water that you just put into my screen. Who cares? Like seriously. Okay, Reggie Bush got these endorsements and stuff while he was in college. So what? What does that have to do with his play?
Yeah, seriously.
What does that have to do with his on-field play? It has nothing to do with it.
Because they're only going to get the endorsements when they get to the NFL. They're coming.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so what's the point?
It's not. It really isn't like if you take a car from a coach, you're not going to play better because of the car.
Right. And that just brings up the whole point of should these guys be paid? Should they be paid?
Coaches?
Or players? Should they be paid? They're being used. I mean, there's two sides of this, but I feel that they're being used for entertainment, and they're getting nothing for it.
True.
But there's the other side of the coin too. Like they're in college. Like
that's why, like in NCAA football, they don't have the names.
Right.
They just have the numbers.
Exactly. Because they'd have to pay them.
They would have to pay them all.
Otherwise, yeah. But they're still using their likeness. They're basically using them. They're just not putting their name.
They're basically
they're
the
wrong.
same exact player without the name.
Right. Exactly.
You look at the features of like when Tim Tebow was in the game, he wore the exact same stuff. He had the writing on the eye black. It's Tim Tebow.
It's
then you can go on Xbox and download the roster and get their names anyway.
Right, exactly.
For free.
So yeah, I think it's just I don't know. So I don't really care.
It's a shady
That's what
subject,
it boils down to.
But it doesn't take away from their playing. Like Reggie Bush should still have a Heisman Trophy.
Right.
Okay, he took a gift certificate to Red Lobster.
Yeah, like it's not like he took steroids or something or any performance-enhancing drugs to make him better or anything. You know, it's just, he took some money.
What they should do is they should have to pay a fine or something.
Right.
Get suspended if you're still playing the season. Get suspended for 4 or 5 games and pay the fine. Pay whatever you got back.
Right.
Or more so.
Yeah.
You know, Reggie Bush should have been fined $125,000 for taking whatever.
Right.
He could pay it. He's in the NFL. Because
I-
by the
I
time
agree.
people find out about what happened, it's usually like 5 years down the road. When you have to
Usually,
remember, like, Reggie Bush played college football? Really?
And now no one has the Heisman.
Yeah, it's just sitting.
It's just no.
We actually
no
have it
one
under
has
our desk, but it's too heavy to lift.
We've won. We get to go to all the Heisman
we can't
awards
lift
now.
it up. Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
just be, you know, I'll just sit on your shoulders. I mean, when they're going through like the old, and we'll be, you know, celebrating.
I like that.
Yeah, right? I think that's a great
gonna be
idea.
fun. It's gonna be fun.
There's
That's what
John
it is.
and Joe. They played great that year at the University of Scranton, which doesn't have a football team.
We were the Heisman Trophy winners of it, though.
The Heisman Trophy winners, yep.
We haven't lost a game since what, 68? Something like that?
60.
Okay, last week, college football. VT beat Georgia Tech.
Woo! They're
5-0 in
ranked.
the ACC. There we go.
They're ranked again. Here they come.
Oregon won 53-16. Auburn won 62-24. Notice, though, that the number 1 team won by more points
So clearly.
than the second team. So clearly they were allowed to keep their second place
Clearly
spot.
slippery slope. All right.
TCU beat Utah 47-7. The battle of the undefeateds turned into there's Utah.
Yeah, right? I know.
There they are.
Utah should go down those polls.
Yeah, they're probably not even going to be in the top 10 or the top 25 actually. Cause
I'd say they'd be in the top 25.
Maybe.
But like, I wouldn't. Yeah, they'd definitely drop out of the top 10.
Yeah.
What else is it?
Boise State won 42-7. Alabama lost to LSU 24-21.
Yeah.
Does Ingram still play?
Yeah.
Really?
Alabama's just. I don't know what's wrong with them this year.
Is it because Sam Bradford left? Even though he barely played last year?
But he played for Oklahoma.
You're right. I remember that after I said it. I was hoping you corrected me so we both didn't sound stupid.
Sorry, no. I couldn't think of who
the Alabama
he played
quarterback
for.
was good.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
Or
maybe he's.
happened?
I don't know.
Ingram.
Yeah.
He was the name last year. And he
he's
he
nowhere.
missed like the first 2 games. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, Mark Ingram. Then they beat Duke by 60. Now I haven't heard anything from him since.
I don't get it. LSU's not even that good, to be honest with you.
No. But they're, again, another game where they squeak by.
Squeak by, yep.
Nebraska wins over Ohio State 31-30 in overtime after Ohio State went for 2.
Iowa.
Yes, Iowa State. Went for 2 and didn't get it. Gamble, doesn't play out.
Yeah.
Oklahoma loses Texas A&M 33-19. Wisconsin beats Purdue 34-13. Texas Tech beats Missouri. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the BCS.
I agree.
We'll make a great show on
yes.
ESPN. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
right.
blah.
Blah, blah, the BCS.
Because the standings are always great. I'm sure they'll be this week.
Oh, yes.
Shockingly enough, Oregon still is on top. Auburn, TCU, Boise State, LSU, Stanford, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Ohio State, Oklahoma State. Utah is now 14th. Virginia Tech is 20th. Yeah.
See, moving on up.
All right, so that's that. Next week, let's see if we have any interesting games besides Penn State, Ohio State, which no one will really care about unless anyone lives around here. Boise State plays Idaho.
Oh, baby.
Get excited. Boston College at Duke. Yeah. Oregon against California. Stanford against Arizona State. Really nothing at all. Okay, just watch the Penn State game.
Especially if you're from around here. Mammagoin.
All right. So moving over to football. Dallas, to ruin it for everyone, as a segue into our story, lost again. I hate Dallas. And their fans. All of them. Even the ones I know. dearly. I hate them behind their back. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, Dallas loses. They're 1-7 now, I think. 2-7.
You're correct. 1-7.
Dallas Cowboys, the America's team, the big scoreboard stadium.
Big scoreboard. Yep. Jerry Jones.
Well, Jerry Jones fired Wade Phillips after the game. Finally.
Finally is right.
You know what Wade Phillips is to the Cowboys? What Charlie Weiss was to Notre Dame. He comes in on his high horse, high hopes, rides on the program's success, and then as the years go on and he actually has to do stuff.
One more. Oh, all right. There we go. Good. Yes.
Pathetic. I'm ecstatic. I'm not
Me
surprised
too.
at all. Good. I'm glad they got rid of him.
Agree.
He's a terrible coach for the Cowboys because they're supposed to be good.
Right.
He might get away with this with like the Browns, the Lions, the Tigers, the Bears.
Oh my. I mean, I think we're both in agreement here. I really thought he should have been gone a couple of years ago, to be honest with you. I mean, they had that year where they went 13-3, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs. And then from there, it just went downhill. They never did anything. They won a playoff game last year, but and then they got killed by the Vikings. They haven't been a respectable team since that 13-3 year where they were supposed to be great, and then they lost in the first round of the playoffs.
Instead of blaming the coach, everyone blamed Tony Romo.
Right. Yeah.
Tony Romo's terrible. He's terrible in the postseason. He can't do anything. When they botched that field goal up against the Seahawks, he dropped the snap. He's terrible. Terrible quarterback. The real problem was the coach. Tony Romo's not a bad quarterback.
No, I agree.
He's not great. He's not going to make the Hall of Fame, but he's above average. He's better than like Carson Palmer.
I completely
He's
agree.
He might be like the 11th best quarterback in the league, the 8th or 9th. He's up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not his fault.
No.
Kind of like Donovan McNabb got blamed for every Eagles loss in the postseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because he's a terrible quarterback. He still is a terrible quarterback now. So terrible, in fact, that he doesn't even know the Redskins playbook. Which we'll get to.
We'll get there.
Which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, I do too. As well.
Yeah. I'm excited. Wait, if you're the coach for the Cowboys, you have to come in with like a night suit on and a guillotine and all these weapons and start throwing them at players, javelins, horses, and get them fired up. You have to be a tough quarterback. Wade Phillips came in on a beanbag chair and sat down, smoked a hookah, and listened to Bob Marley, and they did nothing.
That's what it seemed like.
We saw this happen. We were in the locker room.
Yeah, we were there. I mean, it's
just a big beanbag chair.
Well, you could just tell. I mean, you could just look at the team. You could just look at how they perform, how they respond to certain things, how they act on the field. I mean, that's just a reflection of. I mean, it's a reflection of themselves, but it's also a reflection of their coach. It's your ability to come to the field and perform, and they wouldn't do that, and they wouldn't try. They give up. They have some talented parts. They should not be a 1-7 team right now. Maybe they have talent. That's all.
They're not a team though. That's the problem.
Right.
They don't play as a team. There's a lot of teams in the NFL that don't have the most talented guys up and down the board, but they play well as a team. Mm-hmm. The Patriots, when they won the 3 Super Bowls, played amazing as a team. They didn't have great guys. They had Tom Brady, but it wasn't like across the board like, wow, Randy Moss, or wow, this special receiver. It was like Wes Welker.
Yes.
Guys getting Vinatieri, kicking field goal kicks. They just played amazing as a team. That's what you need to do in football. The Cowboys, it's just Austin, Romo.
Yeah.
That's it.
They do have Des Bryant is really good.
Des Bryant is good. If they can learn how to implement him in the offense rather than just returning kicks.
Right.
And him having to score himself.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But they don't have a running game.
Their running game is gone.
The running
That's
game has
shocking.
been non-existent since Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, I mean, you have these guys like Marion Barber and Felix Jones. I mean, these guys were like, we're used to be good. I don't know what happened. I mean, their offensive line's getting old and everything. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what it's time to do in Dallas. But Wade Phillips is definitely the best step. I mean, and another thing, like I'd just like to say, you know, it might have been Chris Collinsworth who said this, and it shocks me because it's exactly right, and it shows.
It was an intelligence statement.
Yes,
wow.
it shows the difference between the Packers and the Cowboys. He's just like, this team. The Packers have had like injuries at every single position, and you would think they would be the team collapsing, but they're not. And the Cowboys. They haven't had that. They've had Romo injured the last 2 weeks, but that's no excuse for the earlier games in the season. I mean, you would have thought that the Packers would have collapsed by now, but no, they've stuck together. They've bonded as a team and they've come together, which is what you're supposed to do in the NFL. The Cowboys haven't done that.
Yeah, granted, you know, they lost Romo probably for the year, then they've got John Kitna as their quarterback.
Which is
a joke.
Not good. Not good.
But regardless of that fact, they're still, as a team, playing terrible.
Right.
The defense plays terrible.
Defense is terrible.
No one steps up on offense. Miles Austin was the only bright spot, and you don't even hear about him anymore because people are guarding him. But here's a team like people used to fear. You had Jason Witten, you had T.O., you had Roy Williams, you had Austin when he wasn't that good yet. You had like 2 good running backs. Like,
options.
Oh my God, the Cowboys.
Exactly.
No.
No.
They had that great defensive line, unbelievable. Like they led the league in sacks that one year.
Yes.
Now, how about them Cowboys?
You've got DeMarcus Ware.
That's it.
That's all you have on defense.
Did you ever watch Cowboys? He's just out there on defense.
That's it.
It's hard to win when you only have one guy. So yeah, that's it for Dallas. So that was the big news. Wade Phillips, the head coach who takes over now, slips my mind. I want to say his last name is Stevens.
Sure.
But that's good.
I didn't hear who took over, so.
Well, I'm going to type it in. It was the offensive coordinator.
Gotcha.
Which is usually how it goes as things go. Jason Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
Stevens.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So he'll take over for the rest of the year. And then we'll see what magic Jerry Jones has planned. Is he going to go after Gruden? Is he going to go after Bill Cowher? Would probably actually fit in pretty well with the Cowboys.
I would say so.
He'll kick you in the face if you don't do your job right.
Seriously.
So we'll see what happens. Gruden would do the same thing. I think they need a guy like that that'll literally just shoot you with a pellet gun if you don't do well on the sidelines.
I have to agree there. Definitely.
Sorry, I just had to wake up our floor manager. There's a fire in the studio, and she hasn't caught it yet. We were not telling her where it is. Okay, we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we'll review last week's games, and we'll pick next week's winners because there are no losers on the John and Joe Sports Show.
Yes.
If you want to text us anything at all, sports-oriented, sports-related, and oriented.
Yeah, well,
Is anything sports-oriented? I have no idea.
I don't know.
You can do so by texting 570-212-9877. That again, 570-212-WUSR. And we're here. So text what you want us to talk about. Text your opinion on Wade Phillips. Whatever. We're here to answer.
Whatever you want. Sports.
You're listening to the John and Joe Sports Show, 99.5 WSR Scranton, and broadcast live on the Royal Television Network. We'll be right back.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
guys, this is my teenage friend Rachel. She's cool.
Hey. Hey, could you watch the road?
Hey, could you watch the road?
Okay. All right, well, if we die in a car crash, I want to donate my eyes to my neighbor Gary. He has a boat, and he sails all around the world. I would love to see that. I don't know if he actually needs eyes, but who would turn on a free pair of eyes, right? Who's that rich?
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
哦，先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。誒，唔該晒。Brandon。
And we're back here at the John and Joe Sports Show. You're listening to us live on 99.5 WSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. Oh, I had to pick up my pen, so I would have forgot it. Our director is going to come into the screen now and place 2 waters on the desk. Do not be alarmed. She doesn't bite.
I wonder if she remembers which one was which. We may be drinking each other's water.
Look at the cameos of the. Look at. That's Nicolina, everyone. Thanks for coming by. Again,
Thanks.
Why is your face so red? This is fine being up here.
It's
what?
okay.
You tossed me my pen.
Your pen, yes. Yes.
Nice catch. Oh, the cap fell off.
Okay. Now that we have water and laughter in our bellies, we can start. Where were we? Oh, we're going over sports, football. We have a text
Football.
message. Joe, let's go to the Olive Garden. I've never been there. Nina. Okay.
Who's that?
That is sports oriented
Who's
if
that?
I've ever heard anything
I know.
about it.
We'll go, though. No, we'll go. That's cool.
You've never been to the Olive Garden? Get out.
You should go.
Anyway.
We'll go. That's
quickly. Last week, football was played. Last week wasn't that bad, like terrible games-wise. There's been worse.
Not so bad.
This year, there's been worse. So we had the Falcons and the Bucks. The Falcons won 27-21. Michael Turner had 2 touchdowns, and the Bucks, I believe, went for it on 4th and goal, I think, and they got stopped by the Falcons' defense. Shockingly, I didn't even know the Falcons had defense. They stopped them, and the Bucks lose. So they moved to 5-3, and the Falcons moved to 6-2. Both teams, though, playing well. The Bucks more so than the Falcons. I'm shocked.
Especially the Bucks. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much should have won this game. I really think the Buccaneers should have won. So, I mean, I guess they're showing us our true colors, their true colors actually. So, I don't know. Maybe the Buccaneers are actually a decent team.
Troy Smith is starting next week, not Alex Smith, though. Ironic that they have Smiths on their team.
But that's the 49ers.
That's right. Hold on a minute.
So anyway.
Sorry.
The Bucks.
Freeman is the quarterback for the Bucks, which I knew. I just thought I was making a great point, which I'll make later. Ignore that.
basically, the Bucks are up from this year. 5-3.
Well, you can't really go
playing
much
well.
worse than what 1 and whatever.
But they're playing much, much better than they did last year. Well, the
When
Falcons
they-
are quietly 6-2. You don't really see them, but they are 6-2. One of the best records in the league.
Yes. The next game we have is the Bears beating the Bills 22-19. Jay Cutler, 2 touchdowns. The Bills remain winless.
We both picked the Falcons last.
We did, but who did we pick for this one, Joe?
Well, we both picked the Bears.
I believe I picked the Bears. Here, there's a nice quote from what you said last week. Why did I pick the Bills after you picked the Bills? Because you said they were due to win, but they lost.
Yeah,
we have it here on the,
yeah,
it's
I
on
know,
the screen.
I know. I did. I picked the Bills. Okay, but they didn't lose that bad.
Why did you pick the Bills?
They only lost by 3.
Oh, right.
They only lost by 3. They should have won.
They should have.
They really should have won.
That was a good chance. That was a good opportunity.
So it wasn't so far off, so I'm happy about that. But again, it was a dumb pick, regardless of the score.
Speaking of dumb picks, the Browns beat the Patriots 34-14. Peyton Hillis, former Bronco, who they just got rid of, because Denver does that now with their really good players. They just get rid of them to bring in hard-working guys that'll give Coach McDaniels good effort. Because that's what wins games, not guys that could actually do things, hard workers.
Right.
And team-oriented players. And 2-6 teams. Oh, wait. Okay, enough of that. Thankfully, Denver was on a bye this week, so I didn't have to watch them lose. Yes. Anyway, the Browns. Peyton Hillis, 184 yards rushing. The Browns beat the Patriots.
Beat the Patriots.
Ironically enough, I was watching Chris Berman when he does his picks, and he said, going to a break, it's like, watch out for these 3 teams for upsets. The Browns, a couple other people, the Cardinals, which they came close, and somebody else.
Probably the Bills, because that would have been a smart pick.
I think it was the Bills. But he was close with all 3,
Yeah.
and he ended up getting at least 1. But I was shocked. I was like, Chris Berman, look at you.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway, the Browns moved to 3-5. The Patriots dropped to 6-2. This just shocked me. How do you lose to the Browns?
Shocked me as well. How do you lose to the Browns? Well, first of all, you lose to the Browns because they're in the dog pound. But other than that,
clearly,
how do you lose to the Browns by 20 after a 6-1 start, and then you lose to the Browns by 20? Now the Browns have put together some nice wins for themselves. The Saints and now the Patriots.
Yeah.
So they're doing really well for the Browns. So good for them.
Yeah, they probably have, like, that list in the season, like, goals.
Right.
Those definitely got to be goals. Beat the Patriots, beat the Saints.
That's true.
Don't lose more than 5 games. Whoop. Anyway, good for them.
Good for them.
Bad for the Patriots. The Patriots' defense was supposed to be, like, miraculous. Oh, no.
We
Apparently
both picked the Patriots because that would have been a good pick. It was a smart pick. It really was.
Clearly not. The Jets beat the Lions 23-20 to the happy glee of Nicolina, who, if you're watching us on television, you saw give us water. If you're not, you missed out. Sanchez rallies the Jets past the Lions in overtime. He throws for 336 yards and a touchdown. Matt Stafford, he's done for the year. Dislocated his shoulder. And again, he's injured and done for the year, a la Greg Oden.
But let me just say this. Sorry,
Yes.
I guess I didn't really have to get that into it.
I loved it. Keep going.
But it's amazing. He dislocated his shoulder, and he walked off.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of jogged off the field.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't have to be carted off the field.
No.
Brett Favre gets a laceration to his chin, needs to be carried off the field and carted off the field. That's interesting to me.
Well, Stafford's done this before. Maybe that was why.
Maybe.
This is just like darn it.
Oh man, I just dislocated my shoulder. That's all. Brett Favre gets a cut on his chin, and oh crap. That's it.
That's it.
It's over.
Yeah, it's too bad for him.
It really is. The Lions really are going to be a decent team, though.
Someday.
Eventually. Hopefully Stafford. This won't keep happening to Stafford.
Ironically enough, they're playing well.
Yeah, they just keep
for
losing.
The record, I mean, they're 2-6, but they had 2 wins taken from them, basically. And they just lost to 3 by the Jets, and they didn't have their quarterback.
They probably should have won this game.
They should have.
Yeah.
But the Jets win, and they improve to 6-2, and the Lions fall to 2-6. And Mark Sanchez will be texting us later to have a one-on-one conversation with Nicolino. No. Okay, Vikings. Brett Favre's Vikings beat the the Cardinals 27-24. He throws for 446 yards, most yards he's ever thrown for in his professional career. Brett Favre. What can you say? You go from last week, like, whoa, time to retire midseason, to 446 yards. 2 touchdowns, rallying the team, looking like the Brett of old.
What I can say is that is this really happening right now? Are you looking at me? Look at me. Look at me. Is this happening?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Can you really see it on TV? Can you see it on TV?
I'm just going to hope they're not going to zoom in.
I know, me too. Oh, you can see it.
Well, just awkwardly use your shirt.
I could.
Do it.
Joe, don't do that.
Do it right now.
No, Joe, don't do. They said don't do that.
I'm just going to splash this cup of water awkwardly in your face.
I could do this, though. I could do this. I keep going.
For those of you that cannot see us, Joe is getting one of his patented
nosebleeds.
fall/winter nosebleeds during our show.
It's unfortunate.
But playing it cool, we're still doing it. We're not cutting to a commercial.
Yeah.
No. We're not like, no. We're doing it live.
No, we're doing it live, yeah.
Anyway,
what
as you were saying.
I was making?
Yeah.
That Brett Favre is still old, first of all.
Yeah.
Which was up on the screen while I was bleeding. And he beat the Cardinals. They had to come back against the Arizona Cardinals.
Without a good quarterback.
It's like...
I mean, Derek Anderson is, except it's not 10 years back.
Right, and everyone's just like, oh my God, Brett Favre, you are amazing. Well, oh man, it's really difficult. Did you see some of those passes, how the Cardinals could have intercepted them, but they just weren't looking?
It reminded me of when
it was pathetic.
Gradkowski came in as a Raider against Steelers and threw those like rainbow throws. Right. They were just like, well, there's a pick. No.
They weren't good. Yeah, they weren't good throws. They couldn't.
Yeah, especially his last touchdown, I believe, to Harvin, where he just lofted it over the defense. And I'm like, how did no one touch that?
Exactly.
No, it was I think it was
Shenko.
Yeah. No one touched it. Touchdown. Okay. But still, though, I mean, even with that, 446 yards, 36 for 47, pretty good percentage. He played well after almost dying.
Right.
So maybe this is what's to come.
It could be a turnaround, or it just could mean nothing at all.
There's problems within the Vikings organization. The owner was contemplating firing Brad Childress instead of getting rid of Randy Moss. After Childress just got rid of Randy Moss without talking to anyone about it, he was just like, nah, we're done. Randy Moss is gone. How do you just do that?
Yep. Right. Exactly.
Piercy Harvin's having problems with Childress off the field, thinking that he's not hustling enough. They're getting in a lot of altercations. Favre doesn't like him at all because he's reamed him out on several occasions.
Yeah, and they're clear through the media. They're just like, I don't really like him. Yeah, I don't like him either.
And then he'll be at a press conference and he'll say something, and then people will be like, "Are you serious?" And then at the end he'll be like, "No, I was kidding." But he shows no emotion at all during it. He has the same emotions for everything. So he's just trying to cover his tracks. Like people actually realize I said something bad. Yeah, I was kidding. Jokes. Fallacies. Jokes. So look for him to be the next coach that gets fired next year. If not this year, like now, by the end of the season, it could happen.
I think he has to go. He's not getting along with any of his players, and you can't just get rid of all the players. I think you just have to get rid of the
two best players on your team you're not getting along with?
Right.
Not good.
Not good, no.
Sidney Rice is coming back soon. What's going to happen with that? He'll probably be pissed off at him, too, because he's missed 9 weeks.
Maybe he'll be the savior.
Hopefully, because he's been on my fantasy bench for 9 weeks now. And you're really starting to get under my skin, Sidney. Okay. Hope he's watching.
Oh, he probably is.
Saints beat the Panthers 34-3, and the Panthers moved to 1-7. Saints actually looked like a team this game.
I know.
I'm still not on the Saints board, though.
No,
I'm not on board yet.
The Saints have not impressed this year at all.
I mean, when Clausen throws for 47 yards, it's really hard to lose.
Yeah, it was great to have the Saints defense. It's for fantasy, but it's a shame that that's all I have.
At all. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't pick up anybody else.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
Dolphins, Ravens. Ravens win 26-10. This is just another basic Dolphins can't do anything against the Ravens' good defense.
Yep, Ravens are the better team, and they took care of business. You don't see that often this year in the NFL.
No. No, you don't?
That's all I have.
Okay. Chargers beat the Texans 29-23 and moved to 4-5. Texans fall to 4-4. Rivers 295, 4 touchdowns, does his usual thing. Texans couldn't keep up with him. Matt Schaub doesn't throw for a touchdown. Thanks.
Yeah, seriously, thanks. Me too.
And Foster 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. Chargers starting to show signs that they may not win the division, but
see, here they come.
They have to contend with actual good teams now, which we'll get to in 2 games.
This is true.
Who are better than them right now, and probably will win the division, shockingly enough. We're, of course, talking about the Denver Broncos. Giants beat...
Why did we pick the Texans? We picked the Texans.
Oh, that's because the Chargers have they lost. They were playing terrible.
That's true.
Texans were... We assumed the Texans were going to have one of their
big games. Gotcha.
Didn't happen. Thanks.
We're so smart.
Giants beat the Seahawks 41-7. They were winning 35-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Again, another team taking care of business. The Giants are 6-2. They're probably going to go to the Super Bowl.
The Giants are like the hottest team in football right now. All of a sudden, here they come. Playing really well.
They are.
I mean, they're not playing the greatest.
Manning 3 touchdowns. Yeah, it was like, again, that's a game where you just don't have to watch it. Just we're done.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we picked them. We knew this would happen.
Obviously.
Raiders beat the Chiefs in overtime, 23-20. Raiders go to 5-4. Chiefs fall to 5-3. Campbell led some amazing drives for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. Who we picked?
Great call by us. Yep.
As usual.
Because the black hole. When do you
that
win?
Was it. That's
you don't
it.
win. You don't win there.
Yeah, they played well.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
I know.
5-4.
Really, yeah.
They have a record over 500.
Yeah, I never thought that I would be comfortable picking the Raiders on this show. I was very comfortable last week. So
good for them.
They're playing well. For the Raiders.
For the Raiders. Eagles beat the Colts 26-24. Whoops. Manning throws for 294 and a touchdown. Vic is back. 17 for 29, 218 and a touchdown, and he did his little runs as well. I was surprised that the Eagles won.
I was surprised as well. This Eagles team is playing great behind Michael Vick at quarterback. I don't think they've lost when he's started a game and finished it.
Vick is like the McGloin for the Eagles. He comes in, they rally around him, everyone gets excited, and he can just make things happen. You have a 3rd down play, he'll just run for it.
Yeah.
If nothing's open. He has the ability to just run. And not only does he run for the 10, he'll run for another 45 more.
Right.
Which is, it's unbelievable to watch sometimes what he could do.
Yep. You've forgotten. It seems like every team forgot how much of a threat he could be, and he's showing them.
But I didn't. I remember playing as you on NCAA like 04 or 3, I don't know, one of those. Because now if you play with you on Madden, you're pathetic. His accuracy for a pass is deplorable.
That's the thing.
You could scramble perfectly, and then when, oh, he's wide open, out of bounds.
Yeah, his accuracy was always pathetic.
Terrible. He could run, though.
He could run.
The only problem is there's no option in Madden where
Yeah.
you could, like, pitch it to your running back after
Right.
he can't run anymore. I'll have to call John Madden about that. We're tight, even though he has pretty much nothing to do with the game anymore. So anyway, getting back to where we were with the Cowboys, the Packers win 45-7 against the Cowboys.
Woo!
We picked the Packers.
We picked the Packers.
What are you excited for? What do you have?
The Packers, they're my team.
Oh.
They won. I mean, I'm not getting that excited about it because I still think they're not that good. But they sure as heck looked good in this game.
They humiliated the Cowboys.
Humiliated the Dallas Cowboys.
You know what the Cowboys are? Hapless.
Hapless. They are.
Dallas Cowboys are a hapless team.
Yes.
And Brett Favre is, in fact, old.
He is old. Yes.
But the Cowboys are hapless.
Absolutely. This was like I started to like feel bad watching it. Like as a Packer fan, once that the Packers had that fumble on the kickoff, that wasn't really a fumble, but the Cowboys couldn't challenge it because they didn't have a timeout. I was just like, oh my God. Great. Oh my God, this is terrible. Like I started to feel bad that the Packers were beating up on the Cowboys so much. And they kept showing Wade Phillips, and he had that like deer in the headlights look like every time that they looked up. I'm like, oh my God, I kind of feel bad. This is the end.
But then you remembered it was the Cowboys. You're like, I'm good.
It's like I don't feel that bad anymore.
I'm good.
But once again, the Packers help another football team that wasn't doing so well because they got Wade Phillips fired. That was it. I'm very pleased. Going into the bye week.
You're like probably like a kid in the candy store.
Yeah, exactly.
I, as just a normal fan, was like, well, time to play Madden. Okay, Monday night game. Steelers beat the Bengals 27-21. The Bengals dropped their 5th straight to drop to 2-6, and the Steelers improved to 6-2. Palmer actually threw for more yards than Roethlisberger. Palmer 248, Roethlisberger 163. Terrell Owens, 141 and 2 touchdowns, who single-handedly helped me win my fantasy league. Thank you, T.O.
Beautiful.
But, like, okay, you know, the Steelers, they're winning 20-7, and then in the fourth quarter, they went into their passive game. They didn't really, you know, they weren't really pursuing anything, and all of a sudden the Bengals started going off. They touchdown to T.O., run by Benson, they're driving, they're going crazy. And you actually thought that the Bengals were going to win. They went down a run. The Steelers missed a couple field goals, as usual, because Jeff Reed's a terrible kicker. And they were being dumb. They kept handing it to Mendenhall, who eventually couldn't get the first down, and then they turn it over. But in Carson Palmer-like fashion, the final drive that he would have had to make comes up short on a 4th down, which was tipped, and they lose.
Yeah, that seems like the Bengals. That seems like the Bengals.
Or is it the Bungles?
Yeah, I'd pretty much let you cover this game. I was sick. I passed out as soon as I got home.
So you say pass out, but did you fall asleep?
I fell asleep.
In a deep sleep for a long period of time?
Yes. I didn't pass out. I just fell asleep.
Because you can't use that word lightly while we're in college. Because sometimes people go home and literally do pass out.
Pass out, yeah. No, I did not pass out.
Okay.
I fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, and you notice on the sidelines a lot of hostility when things aren't going right. Chad Ochocinco is in no way, shape, or form happy because I think he only had like 1 reception, 2 max. T.O. was getting all the tosses. And when he was covered, and then Ochocinco was double-teamed, they'd have to throw to these random guys who couldn't really do anything. So he's getting covered. T.O.'s getting the catches. He's not happy at all.
No.
And ironically enough, the guy who's building him up is T.O. They do that show together.
Yeah.
Whatever it's called, like T.O., Joe Cinco, I don't know. Kind of like our show.
Joe Cinco.
Yeah, something like that.
That'd be cool, actually. Maybe it is named that. I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't even know what channel it's on. It's on like
Yeah,
Versus or something. One of those networks where you're just like, oh, this still exists. But it's a problem. And again, the Bengals lineup on paper looks just as good as the Cowboys lineup, but they haven't been able to do anything with the players they've had in years. They've had close, they've gotten to playoffs, they've made kind of runs, but they haven't even, I don't even think, gotten to the game before the Super Bowl, nonetheless, Super Bowl.
Very inconsistent.
Thus is life.
Thus is life.
So, Steelers, Giants in the Super Bowl.
Clearly.
It's coming. All right, we come back, we'll go to a quick break. We'll give you who we think and who we know will win next week. If you want to text us anything sports related, the number is 570-212-9877. That is 212-WUSR. Feel free to respond on anything we've talked about or something we should talk about when we come back. If not, we'll be right back. You're listening to the John and Joe Sports Show, 99.5 WUSR Scranton and the Royal Television Network.
Oh, God.
哦，先生你好，歡迎光臨，等等先。誒，唔該晒。
Brandon.
This is my friend Rob from Michigan.
What's up?
He's a teenager.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Woo! Hey, you want to slow down there?
No.
Really? Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
We're shooting a viral video. Hold on, I want to see this. Hey, this is his last 5 minutes on Earth. A little something to Mom? Say something to Mom. How about, goodbye, Mom, sorry.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry. Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
The Royal Television Network. It's the John and Joe Sports Show. If you're just tuning in, you missed some great commentary. Accurate, intelligent, grand, hapless.
I think that covers it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, seriously though, if you're just turning with us, we just went over our picks. And we're going to tell you who's going to win next week. Told you about last week. Here's this week. Get ready, everyone. Get your pens, get your phones, get your water.
We only have like 5 minutes left in the show.
We have 7, Joe.
Oh, sorry. I don't know. It looks like 5 up there.
You can't go by analog clocks anymore in life.
I'm sorry.
All right. Thursday games are back. Can't wait to not be able to watch them because I don't get the NFL Network.
I do. Sorry. My dad will be like really excited. He's like, this is the reason that he has the NFL Network, among other things.
Good for you,
But anyway,
Baris family. Okay. Ravens, Falcons. 6-2 against the 6-2. Who are you picking?
I'm picking the Ravens.
I'm picking the Falcons. You know why? They're 4-0 at home.
Okay.
That's
They're
all
about
I
to
got.
Be 4-1. I don't know. I just feel the Ravens are an all-around better team.
I do too, but I'm just gonna guess with the Falcons.
Yeah.
One of us will be right. We'll be
right.
fine.
Exactly.
Because Ed Reed's back, and that just asks for trouble. Because he's an older cornerback who's actually still really good. Not like we're talking about Denver or anything.
Right.
All right, Lions, Bills. Bills, this is it. They win.
This is the one. Lions. This is not the one.
This is the only chance you're going to get.
Maybe they'll go 0-16.
That's never happened before. Vikings, Bears. Vikings win. Here they come.
This kills me because I want the I kind of want both teams to win, but I kind of want the Vikings to win this just because that would take the Bears farther away. But I feel like the Vikings have a better chance of getting catching the Packers. So I don't know. I'll pick the Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jets and Browns. Jets win.
Jets win.
Bengals, Colts. Colts win.
Colts win. They've got to bounce back from loss to the Eagles, and Bengals
should just stop playing.
Terrible. Yeah.
Poor T.O. He can never go to a good team. He really has not ever been on a good team. He's been on decent teams. He hasn't won a Super Bowl.
Came close.
He came close. He was in the game. He played and won. Didn't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Dallas, no.
No.
The Bills, whoa.
Definitely
Bills.
not.
You remember he played for the Bills? That's terrible.
That's terrible, yeah.
Titans, Dolphins. Titans win. The Titans win.
Titans win. I agree.
Yes, they do.
I agree.
Panthers, Bucks. Bucks win easily over the Panthers, who are dismal.
Yeah, the Bucks win. They're really showing us that they have something going for them.
Texans versus Jaguars. I'm going to pick the Texans. I don't know why. That's a stupid decision. Both teams I want to punch them in the mouth. But I'd rather punch a Texan than a Jaguar, so I'll pick the Texans.
I think both of these teams are awful. I mean, just awfully inconsistent, maybe. They're not awful, but I'm going to go with the Jaguars because they're at home. That's the only reason. I just don't like the Texans.
Chiefs, Broncos. Chiefs.
Chiefs. Broncos just aren't doing it this year.
They suck. You could say it. It's fine. Cowboys, Giants. Cowboys lose again.
Giants win. They
Not
don't need
because
help from
we
God.
like the Giants at all or think they'll do anything once the playoffs come, but in this particular game, they will win.
They're the hottest team in football right now, though. I'm just adding.
They are.
I'm just adding my point. You know.
You're right.
Yeah.
Seahawks, Cardinals. This is terrible.
I don't even know.
Well, clearly it's going to be the Cardinals at home.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals, too.
Clearly. Rams, 49ers. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the 49ers win. Okay. It's a really terrible limb to stand on, and I'm probably going to fall within 2 seconds. So hurry up and pick.
The Rams.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Patriots, Steelers, the battle of the 6 and 2s. Steelers.
Patriots. We're going head-to-head on a bunch of them this week. This is interesting.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, then we'll have a perfect week.
Right, we'll have it covered.
For the John Joe Sports Show. Eagles, Redskins. Donovan McNabb plays his team again, but this time he's at home. But Michael Vick wins. The Eagles win.
Yeah, Michael Vick is playing. So
the Redskins are going to come out of the huddle and just spontaneously combust because there's so much trouble within their locker room. Apparently, people think that McNabb doesn't know the playbook, even though it's week 9, which he thinks is hilarious. And I do too. Who says this? Where are these people that come up with this crap?
going to be really funny until he's in the huddle and he calls a play that
He lifts
doesn't
up.
exist.
He lifts up that thing. Oh God! Oh God! He's on the wireless. Coach, what is this?
A pitch to Johnny.
We're just gonna hand you the ball and you're gonna run, okay? That's the plays. Santana Moss, I'm throwing it to you. Just do a route and I'll throw it. Okay. 6 o'clock. That means the show's over, and N to the ON comes on to do his urban show. We happen to know him.
Yes.
I'm sure he's in the studio now, like, yeah. Quote. Yeah.
He's a good guy.
He is.
He's a good guy.
He comes on, he does a good show, so stay tuned for that. As for us, we'll be back next week, same time, same place, same frequency, for more great sports commentary and correct football picks. We'll let you in on the hottest sports news and the hottest women as well. That's a lie, actually, but we could pretend, right? Now we'll get like 2 more listeners. They'll listen next week. Where's the hottest women list? Woo! Just kidding. We'll be back next week. Same time, same place, same frequency. Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for the help from the floor manager, the directors, everyone in the back that mans things that we can't see because you guys shut the door and then we don't see you after because we leave right after the show. But thank you anyway for being here. And whoever turned me on upstairs on the radio station and will turn us off, Franz, thank you for that as well. That's about it.
Well, I think you've covered it.
I think so too. We're the John and Joe Sports Show. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening on 99.5 WSTAR Scranton and the Royal Television Network. Have a good week.